Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Beyond the Green Golf. This is Eric. Today's subject that we're going to be talking about is going to be gloves. You know, the gloves that people go out and play golf with. You know, there's so many different options. Used to get asked questions like this all the time. You know, what's the right glove? Should I wear two gloves? You know, why should I buy the more expensive ones? You know, less expensive ones. All are very good and very valid questions. Most of which just become more along the lines of your value and what you like. The synthetic leather gloves, you'll find, you know, generally that you'll buy 2 or 3 at a time, a little bit more value. A lot of those gloves are great, you know, especially if somebody's going to have you know, a little bit too much grip pressure, does a lot of practice, things like that, needs to protect their hands to keep them from getting any blisters. You can get some tremendous value out of that stuff. It's great. The regular leather ones, like your players gloves and such, they're generally made out of Cabrata leather. Very soft, however, not as nearly as durable as some of the synthetics by far. You know, if you go to practice with them, it can be very expensive. You know, and some of them can be as much as close to $20 a piece. All right. So anyway, that's a little 101 on, you know, the basics between the synthetic and the leather. But now let's talk about sizing, because sizing can make a big difference. I'm going to hold my hand up to the camera there for a moment, and you can see that my palm is fairly long in comparison to my fingers. So there are basically two, in essence, sizes of gloves that are on the market. Regular gloves, men's gloves, or ladies' gloves for that matter, and men's cadet gloves. So with my hand, that I have a longish palm and shortish fingers, I fit perfectly into a men's cadet glove. That's really what it is the cadet glove is made with a little shorter fingers. Most of the time I'm a medium to a medium large, depending on the company. Again, you have to try them on to see whether or not they're going to work. But that's what I would measure, and also from my palm, the heel of my hand to the top of my finger is 7 inches, and my longest finger is about 3 inches. So again, if you have a hand that measures 3.5 inches, a finger that measures 3.5 inches, you know, you may want to contemplate the regular glove over the cadet. But then there's some specialty gloves out there which are of a great option for people, especially if they're in need. One company is called Bionics. I think what they do is very smart and pretty awesome, to say the least. So when we wrap our hand around a grip, you'll see that there are some gaps that happen in your fingers. So this company has done, as part of their manufacturing, is sewing extra material, extra padding into those particular parts, like even in here, you know, parts of the glove to make it a little bit thicker, so that if you have issues with sore hands or no grip pressure or something along those lines, you can still hold on to the grip without potentially, you know, having to squeeze it as, you know, nearly as hard. Very smart. Lots of people with arthritis and, you know, again, sore-ish hands. I've had a lot of people that have had hands that were damaged during work and things, and it's been a very good solution for each one of them. The other one is the occasion if somebody has some kind of a challenge in their life, like you know, after post-stroke, or some kind of neurological issue, especially again with hand pressure, muscle tone per se. There's a few companies out there, and one of which makes a glove that the full palm is Velcro, one side of the Velcro, and a grip that has a winding that goes inside of it, that allows you to be able to place, you know, the opposite side of the Velcro, so that you can hold on to a club even if you don't have a whole lot of muscle tone. That one company that I'm aware of, and you can check out online, is called Quantum Grips. The Quantum Grip, that is. You know, again, absolutely fantastic if you have somebody who has a problem holding on to it, again, and all for those reasons that we talked about a moment ago. So anyway, listen, you know, that's a real basic thing. Sometimes, you know, talking about the monkey and the gorilla in the room, however you want to call it, is worth having a 2-second conversation on. You know, other than that, make sure that your grip isn't, you know, the glove itself isn't too loose on your hand. That's probably a big mistake, because if the material rubs back and forth, it causes a blister too. You want it to be as firm, you know, firmly fitting onto your hand as you can, and then it'll be of a better benefit. Okay. Well, I hope that helped everybody a little bit today. we're going to keep the videos coming. Any comments, anything, please check us out on Facebook, and shoot us an email at beyondthegreengolf@gmail.com as well. Look forward to hearing from everybody. For all those that have reached out, thank you so much. We have all of your suggestions, in the works. So again, thanks so much for everything, and have a great day, guys.